Hi traders, before we get into today's analysis, I just wanted to give you a personal invitation to my free Forex trading webinars. You can register by using the link in the description below. I look forward to seeing you there. Let's now get into the charts. Now the dollar CAD traded back down last week after testing 136.64 monthly resistance level, just below daily support at the moment at 135.53. Overall though, on the daily chart, this is in an uptrend. So can we move back above 135.53 this week? Intraday, can that be support? For a move back up to challenge and retest that monthly resistance level. High time frame weekly chart is up. I know that's a nasty candle there, but the day trend is still up there. That's a higher top, looking for a higher bottom to form. Can we move above 135.53 this week again? Can that be intraday support for a retest of monthly resistance at 136.64 this week? Okay, moving on to dollar franc. Now we had a reversal last week, or a rally at least, closing back above 89.26 monthly support. Slight double bottom down here. Is this rally going to continue this week? We may retest once more 89.26, which is monthly support. Is that level now going to hold for a move up to test the 90.02 level, daily resistance, and can we move above that level to the high levels of weekly and monthly resistance up there? So can the rally continue? Does 89.26 now hold as support for a move higher this week? Alright traders, moving on to dollar yen. I had quite an extreme move last Friday after the Bodge policy statement. Can we come up and test 137.90 weekly resistance level this week? We could simply continue the trend and come up to test, and can it move higher? But with it being so overextended, we may well in the short term see a decline down from that level before then forming a higher bottom for a further challenge up to retest that level. So don't be surprised to see some form of pullback before the possibility of a test and move above 137.90 weekly resistance level there. Okay, onto Euro Pound. Now this fell perfectly at daily resistance, 88.65, holding to the range last week. Traded all the way back down to the bottom of the range in terms of day support at 87.54. We tested that level yesterday and it's already reversed on a daily basis. We could see a further test, but are we now moving up back up to 88.65 daily resistance? Are we simply holding that range? We might see a final test of 87.54, but are reversing back up to the top of the range. Alright traders, on to the New Zealand yen. Now this advanced very strongly, as did the dollar yen on Friday following the Bodge policy statement, and we moved above weekly resistance 83.86, and we're coming back up to a well-known level of resistance. We've got weekly resistance at 84.91 up to 85.20. Is this area, this long-term area of resistance, going to hold? So do we come up to the first level or into the area of weekly resistance this week? Is this area going to hold for a move back down the range? At the moment the yen is weakening quite strongly, so we may move through that area. So I'll just be watching to see if the day chart can give you a signal that we're holding there before looking for a reversal. So just watching to see if price can start to hold in that weekly resistance area, and then can we see a reversal back down the range. Alright, last pair to review for today, New Zealand dollar. Getting rather range bound here. We did have a rally last week from day support area, 61.39 down to 61.31 here, but we closed below once more weekly resistance, 61.91 from over here, last week, and yesterday we tested it and you can see we rejected it. So are we going to be able to hold at 61.91 this week? We might come back up for another test, but are we going to hold at 61.91 this week, or a move back down to retest the daily support area? It's getting a little bit range bound. We've got FOMC statement from the US and also job figures from the US on Friday, so may stay range bound until those big news events come out. Okay traders, that's my analysis for today. If you want to keep up to date with my analysis, simply subscribe to the channel. I look forward to seeing you next time.